this is Robbie from BA Dad and Sons RC Reviews. This week I was supposed to be reviewing this truck right here, the PX Toys 9301 short course truck. It's a 1/18 scale, just like all the others I've been doing for the last several weeks. I think like 6 weeks now. This is going to be in the 1/18th under $75 bash I'm going to have soon, probably within a few weeks to come. But this thing came in. It arrived on my doorstep. Beautiful, nice little truck. It's pretty sharp. This is the Speed Pioneer is what they call it. It's 4-wheel drive. It's got the same 380 motor that all the others have. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but same size motor. It's pretty much comparable to all the other cars that we've done. It's just a different style of truck. And yeah, when this arrived in, the speed controller was faulty. It would not bind to the controller, would not operate, would not run. So I had to go on banggood.com, order a new speed controller, and that just came in today. And I had put something else to review in front of this because I didn't think the speed controller was going to come in time. So I'm just going to do that review, and I'll get back to this review before the weekend's out. But for now, we are going to be reviewing this right here. Yes, it's a motorcycle. Something different than the 1/18 scale trucks I've been doing. It's a change. Actually, I've had this since Christmas time. I just really haven't had much of a chance to test it in a wide open space. This is the Ducati Upriser. It's from Spinmaster. The model of the bike is the Panigale or Panigale V4S. It's based on a real bike, modeled after a real bike that Ducati has in production. And yeah, we're going to see what this is all about. Kind of took a gamble on it. There was a lot of bad reviews online about it. I really believe that the reviews that were done on it, I mean, it's that channel's opinion about this, but I think that they didn't quite give it a fair enough chance before they kind of scorned it. This bike, actually, I think it deserves pretty good praise, actually, for the technology that it has wielding inside of it. The other channels had said that that it wasn't worth the price. And yeah, I mean, the regular asking price of this on Amazon last year around Thanksgiving time was $150. And I think they were selling kind of slow. They lowered the price down to $79.99, and they kind of got my attention when they dropped the price down to that. And so I was debating whether I should purchase it at that price at all. And then before you knew it, they had a one-day sale at $49.99. I think it was on Cyber Monday or sometime close after that. I'm not sure. I can't exactly remember the day that I bought it, that I purchased it, but it was right around that time, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And yeah, it was Amazon had it for $49.99 for one day. So I purchased it, figuring, hey, what have I got to lose? This is going to be something I can review. Definitely not something that I can review as an indoor bike, because I don't have the space in my home. I have a small home. We were still able to use it, but very limited. use. And we had to wait till the snow melted and the roads kind of cleared a little bit and washed away some of the debris that winter brings before we could use it. So it came in this beautiful black, I mean, it's kind of an elegant box. It came with a nice blister, black blister packaging inside. The bike was packed very well. The bike in the box came delivered beautifully. And yeah, and I don't know if I said this, but it's a 1/6 scale motorcycle. And there it is. That's it. Pretty nice. Pretty scaled to the real McCoy. It has working headlights. It has a driver that you can take on and off. It has working friction shocks on the front and rear. It comes with a side stand. Just so you guys can get a look at both sides. And the driver can be taken off, but according to the instruction manual, the way it operates may not work as well with the rider off the bike. I think it's actually calibrated for the weight of the rider on the bike, and it performs well. I don't know what really to say more about it. Like, there were some good reviews about this too. I know Shen RC had some good things to say about this, and a couple of other channels who reviewed this gave it some good marks, but they were patient with it. And I mean, it looks like it should be a simple thing to operate, and it is. This little controller, as simple as it may look, has a few tricks up its sleeve. This little black button right here that slides left and right is a setting for you to set the bike so that it can ride on smooth, very smooth, slick surfaces, and also some coarse surfaces. Don't let this little picture fool you. It looks like it's a rough, bumpy terrain thing there. I would not ride on a dirt gravel driveway very far, I don't think. And I think the dirt would probably bind up all these little bogey wheels that are built inside the back wheel, which helps it maintain its balance through a gyro. So you got all these wheels that go back and forth and shift in different directions and stuff, so this bike will stay balanced without any training wheels, without anything balancing this, as a prop. So anyway, don't let this rough terrain thing make you think that you can just put this on a dirt driveway and the bike is going to work. It will work on pavement that's coarse. If you have some loose pebbles, you're probably okay. If you have some big rocks in the road, you might want to clear them up, or sweep the road, or sweep the parking lot, or whatever surface you might be riding this on. You might want to just kind of clean it up a little bit. But the surface that we used hadn't been swept yet. Just rainwater had washed most of the debris away, and it actually really worked quite well. And it worked actually better than I was anticipating. Back to this controller. You get this green button right here is your power button. After you turn on the motorcycle, the bike will balance itself, and it'll be waiting for the transmitter to bind to it when you turn it on. And then once it binds, then you're ready to proceed with moving the bike in a direction that you want to go. This is your throttle up. This is reverse and throttle down. This right here is to turn right and turn left. If you do not touch the throttle and you just do left and right, the bike is going to pivot in a circle and do a burnout. And once you've chosen the direction that you want that bike to pivot in, you can give it some throttle and it'll increase the speed of that burnout, or Ghostbuster, or crop circle, or whatever you want to call it. When you stop the bike and let it sit at a standstill while it's balancing, if you press this little black button right here on top, it will commence to go backwards real quick, and then it'll leap forwards in a wheelie. And there is no finger that props the bike up. There's nothing that jumps out of the bike that pushes the wheel up. It does a wheelie totally on its own with these wheels that help, and the gyro inside. And so it'll balance a wheelie out. It'll allow you to steer the wheelie left, right, forward, backward. And if you hit this again, it will drop the wheelie. And you can do it while it's in motion, or you can do it while it's standing still. It doesn't matter. Now, if you are riding this like an RC car, and you're moving this forward, and you want to turn left, and you tap this through the turn, the bike will go into drift. It'll drift into a turn, but you don't want to hold this down because it'll hairpin and it'll just fall over. It'll take too sharp of a turn and it'll go into a wobble and turn and just fall over. As you'll see a few times in the video, it did happen to us as we were trying to get used to it. But yeah, there's definitely a learning curve to this whole package right here, and it's a fun learning curve. I don't think anybody should be discouraged. I don't think anybody reviewing this bike should judge it too quickly, because it's quite capable. It's not the fastest thing in the world. Probably does maybe 10 to 12 miles an hour, but it's controllable. It's not too fast for a young kid, and it's not too slow for an older kid. It's just right. It keeps you interested. And once you learn how to ride it well, it's actually really fun. This controller, I believe, takes 2 AA batteries in the back here. It does have a lithium battery inside of here. I think it's a 1000 milliamp battery. It might be a little bit higher than that. It lasts like about 35 to 45 minutes of straight use. So the runtime on this is awesome. I mean, this thing just looks fast. It looks fun. And it is. So I'm not going to really babble too much more. I'm going to let you guys be the judge for yourself. You can look at some of the other channels' videos, and then you can watch mine, and you can judge for yourself. This is definitely worth the $79 asking price that Amazon had it for. I would not recommend it for $150. If you can get it for $49, go for it. Buy 2 of them. One nice thing that I think that Spinmaster should maybe think about is getting some licensing for some other model of bikes. You know, some from Yamaha, some from Kawasaki, Honda, maybe even Harley Davidson. How about Indian? Be awesome to see a whole collection of these things come out. I think they'd sell quite a few of them. But anyway, oh, real quick, it does come with a USB wall charger to charge the battery. You can charge that. I don't know if you can see the port right there where you can plug in right next to the on switch. And it takes about an hour to an hour and a half to fully charge. It's really not that much time. I don't think I've even had it take an hour, but I think the manual says about an hour to an hour and a half. Anyway, it's worth reading the manual. It's worth watching the YouTube videos on this. And you guys, let me know in your comments what you think. I like it. I can't give it anything but a thumbs up from me. My son Dayton, he loved it. He gave it a thumbs up. So if you're a hobby snobby and you just deal with hobby bikes, this bike is not for you. It is a toy, but it is a toy that will get you interested in the hobby, and without paying too much money. I see a lot of these hobby motorcycles going for $400-500. It's just that's a high price to pay to get into a hobby with a motorcycle. So this right here is just a very, very clever concept, I think, to get people interested in RC motorcycling. Check out the video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you will, and let me know what you think. Oh! Yeah, it is.
Definitely something you have to get used
to. Oh. Good job. Do a wheelie. Remember how to do it?